Your questions about business, career, personal development, and achieving the American dream are more than welcome. Email them to info@makinitnow.com. Now back to more Making It with Tommy and Todd.
OMG fact of the week. Kissing can reduce tooth decay.
Now, Brittany, you probably know all about this, so why don't you explain it to us?
I don't think I want to know the details because where my mind's going with that right now.
It's not good,
It's
is
not
it?
Germy.
It's not good.
Yeah,
It's
she
not
has
good.
germs and stuff.
Let's move on from kissing and
Okay.
tooth decay.
Here we go. We had a problem with the spit OMG fact of the week, and
Now
here we go again.
Yeah, well, the emails will be coming.
Sandy,
And once again, my
Sandy
face
picks
can't
these
hide my reaction
yeah.
to these things, okay?
Sandy picks these OMG facts of the week, so they're good. But
Oh, be nice to
sometimes they get
Sandy.
germy.
Don't call
Well,
out Sandy.
Her job's on the line. Okay.
Okay, anyway, moving on. It's time for...
The Fix.
All right, you two are in charge of reviving the entire American economy. Are you ready for the task?
We can do it. Yes.
Mission Impossible here on Making It.
Yes.
All right, so today you're discussing Apple's iPhone sales are hurting. What would you do to fix that?
Well, first of all, let me give a little history. In 2016, the streak was over, the 15-year streak of Apple sales, iPhone sales, going continually up for 15 years. The Apple sales went down to $216 billion from $234 billion the year before. So for the first time ever, they lost money. Or they didn't lose money. They didn't make as much money as they had made the previous year. So the question is, why the decline? Todd, do you have any ideas? I certainly do.
Well, I mean, I think clearly something like that has to do with a lot of competition has
Right.
increased over 15 years.
Absolutely.
And competitors are getting better, and they're targeting, the iPhone's weaknesses, and then they're saying that they don't have those weaknesses.
Yes.
Everything from, the Samsung has their Edge phones where they, the Infinity Edge phones and better, picture taking and quality and stuff like that. The iPhone has always been about its appearance. I mean, Stephen Jobs was always about the magic, a magical experience.
Right.
The white box, the look has to be so great. So
Exactly.
he said we can sacrifice some technology to get the image and the look right.
Todd, do you think that the fact that Stephen Jobs died and then the next year they experience a loss, is there a connection there?
Totally, because you have leadership there. I mean, he was, from what I learned, he was maniacal. I mean, I know a guy that had a technology company, and then they were struggling. Barely making a couple million a year. They had this particular iPhone, this particular feature, and they got a call from Google wanted it, and then they got a call from Stephen Jobs, and he thought it was a joke, and he answered the phone. Stephen Jobs said he wanted to meet him, so he said okay. They go to meet Stephen Jobs at Apple, and he said they were sitting in the room waiting with 15 other people. And when Stephen Jobs came in the room, everyone stood at attention.
I can imagine. You sure?
Everyone stood at attention because that's what he demands.
Right.
And then he said, he wanted he said that he wanted it, but he needed the codes and all the secrets of it, and they were hesitant. He said, just trust me. And so they gave it to him, and then he said, be at the big Apple reveal or something. Whatever, and then Stephen Jobs came up and he said that they were going to use his technology, and he had already promised Google that he would use it with them, and Google ended up hating this guy so bad they said, we're going to destroy you.
Wow.
over this, in front of like everyone. But it was really Stephen Jobs was playing both of them off each other to get the better deal.
Sure.
And so he was kind of ruthless like that, and it actually grew the company, and he was perfectionist, maniacal. You can watch some of the biography shows on him.
Yes.
So yeah, when you lose that kind of a dynamic leader that might be controversial but effective, sales can drop.
So we've got a saturated market now with cell phones worldwide. We've got worldwide competition. The iPhone sales are down in China, for instance, which they expect to be a great market for them, but there are 2 Chinese companies that have actually taken the lead in that market. We've got the absence of Stephen Jobs. Is this something that had to happen in the marketplace? All these factors, this perfect storm for Apple, and can they recover from it?
Well, I will tell you something I read recently is that the Apple iPhone profit margins compete with cocaine margins. So
that's pretty
they're
good
making
business.
they have margin in their product.
Yeah.
So, and they're debt free, and they have huge amounts of money, in investors. They have their own hedge fund just for their money,
Right.
in Vegas, and it's hundreds of millions, maybe billions. And so they have the capital and the talent to build back up.
Yeah, and I do want to add before the end of this segment that their last quarter of 2016 was actually their best quarter ever in history. They made $78.4 billion in that quarter, and it broke all the records of the past. So they know how to recover.
Yeah, you're getting to $1 trillion mark. I mean,
Exactly.
This is unheard of.
Yes.
A lot of money.
They make more money than Facebook.
Yes, Apple. We think Apple will make it.
I think so.
Climb out.
And they did it without us fixing it, but we're helping today.
You're
Well,
listening
hopefully
to
they're
Tommy and
listening
Todd on Making It Coast to Coast. We'll be right back with more.